Miku. I gotta get this series done. We're talking about the collar and the tie today. So, basically, the collar is kind of like a sailor collar, but just tweaked a little bit. I made a mock-up out of cotton because I was using sateen fabric, which if you don't know what sateen is, it's like a cotton knit. It's like a premium cotton knit, kind of. It's like, it looks like cotton, but it has a bit of stretch to it, and it kind of has like a sheen, if you will. But yeah, that's what I made like all the black out of. So, anyways, I used cotton for the mock-up, and it was just old cotton that I had from an apron that I made in 2020 that I've just still had sitting around. So, utilize your scraps, people. Then I sewed on the ruffles, which the ruffles, once again, I had to ruffle my hand. 20 yards! 20 yards! Flat piece that actually goes around my neck, and the collar is like a little bit wider, and it goes around like that. And to close it, because in the original there's no visual closure at all, unclosure, because I was doing a real tie as opposed to like a clip-on tie, because I know how to tie a tie. I know how to make a real tie. It's not that hard. It does use more fabric, so maybe this was a waste doing it this way. I don't know. But yeah, it's because I was tying an actual tie underneath, and I'm like, oh, why don't I make it like an actual collar that buttons up? So I made a buttonhole in it, and then used a button, and I tried to find, I have this, I'm sure you're all very familiar with this. I've gotten quite a bit of use out of it, but I just went through and found like one of the more discreet buttons that I could find, and that's what I settled on, the one that I use. The little gear shape on it is once again EVA foam. Make it as dark as possible because it's barely noticeable. I want it to only be noticeable in the light. I also don't like it. I like the color much better without it, but for accuracy, I was doing it in craftsmanship, but yada yada yada, I put it on there. Glued that on using fabric glue, and then the tie. This is how I always make ties, because this is what a tie pattern told me to do a long time ago. You cut out the tie, you put heat and bond on it. Iron that bitch down, top stitch it. That's it. Tie the tie, okay? The leak is it's Cricut vinyl, but it kind of turned out like shit. And I was gonna do hand embroidery, but it's flat in the reference, so I just used Cricut vinyl, and I kind of wish I just did hand embroidery. Yeah, and then the little rectangle on the tie as well is EVA foam, just like the headphones, and it's like a gray mixed with silver mixed with black paint. So that's how I made the collar and the tie. Yippee! So I hope this helped. And stay tuned for the rest of the videos. And some more content coming soon. I don't have very many conventions coming up in this 2025 year. I really only have one planned so far. I'm